Ladies and gentlemen, I am reading from NBC News. Nancy Pelosi's husband pleads guilty, sentenced to 5 days in jail. Video of May 28th arrest showed Paul Pelosi struggling with his balance as officers considered their options with a high-profile suspect. He was driving under the influence. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband pleaded guilty to a driving under the influence charge in California on Tuesday and was sentenced to 5 days in jail. Paul Pelosi, 82, pleaded guilty. He was under the influence, and he was sentenced to 5 days in jail and 3 years of probation. Now, it's very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, that it's Pelosi's husband who serves jail time and not Trump. Isn't that interesting? I thought that Trump was the embodiment of criminality. He's being investigated in Georgia. He's being investigated in New York. He's being investigated by Kinzinger and Cheney in Congress for undermining democracy. He's being investigated by the National Archives. He's being investigated by you. He's being investigated by me. He's being investigated by everybody. He's obviously a criminal. But it's Pelosi's husband who's serving jail time. It's Hunter who has, clear violations of the law. In one video, he's allegedly weighing narcotics. Okay? So, you don't have to look far for criminality with actual crimes. You don't have to look far. You don't have to look far. Okay? Here's one article. Joe Biden's son Hunter caught on video taking illegal narcotics with ladies who he hired for a specific service. You don't even have to look far. Okay? And then you have Clinton with actual secret servers that had top secret intelligence on them, not a former president where we know he was transferring boxes for his library, and he was a former president with the power to declassify anything. And the legal statutes that the search warrant details have nothing to do with classified information. They're trying to get him on illegally removing data, and I explain why that's nonsense in the segment prior to this one. But it's Pelosi's husband, and hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reading from NBC News. Reputable public record knowledge. You could look. According to NBC News, he's serving 5 days in jail for a crime that could end the lives of an entire family. You see, young people, families, just losing their lives because of this crime. And imagine if Trump had committed this, it would be the end of the world. Alec Baldwin accidentally ended someone's life. What is it with Democrats blatantly committing crimes? Blatantly committing crimes. And you look, Alec Baldwin, he accidentally ended someone's life, but there's enough there for involuntary manslaughter. He did not abide by industry standards, and the armor was not in the church. He'll likely get convicted, but who knows? He's a Hollywood celebrity, and Democrats, the rule of law doesn't apply to Democrats only in extreme circumstances like what Nancy Pelosi's husband did. That's why he's serving 5 days in jail while Trump won't serve 1 day. Even though he's accused of committing every heinous act under the sun. Because there's no evidence he committed a crime. There's evidence Pelosi committed a crime. There's endless evidence Hunter committed crimes. It's within his emails. He's documented everything. 150 suspicious financial transactions. It's subscribed to this channel, the Stock Market Crash channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel. I'll have a segment later tonight on H.A. Goodman's other channel. And if you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. If you want to read my writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, go to hagoodman.com. But it's not Trump. It's Jussie Smollett who was convicted. It's Alec Baldwin who will likely be on trial for accidentally ending someone's life. Accidentally. Alec Baldwin accidentally did what he did. It's, Nancy Pelosi's husband, who apparently, it wasn't an accident, but drank too much and, like you can't get behind the wheel. Sorry. Especially when you are the husband of a woman who impeached Trump twice, not because of crimes, because of immorality, unethical behavior, activity that undermines democracy. Imagine if any of Trump's kids did this. Imagine if any of Trump's children, anyone associated with Trump, had Hunter's emails and photos and videos and text messages, and Hunter also utilized the worst word in the English language with his attorney. Of course, nobody on the left cared. Of course, you're talking about oftentimes the most hypocritical, almost always highly educated, yet apoplectic people on the planet. The cognitive dissonance is like a steel, metal shield around them. They are impervious to their own corruption. They will never, ever, it doesn't matter. They would vote for Hillary Clinton in 2024, and I hope that she runs. I pray to God that Hillary becomes nominee, because we need to relive Trump 2016. We need to relive that. So we need a Hillary Trump 2024. They would vote for her if she, Democrats would vote for any Democrat if that person was serving a 200-year prison sentence. They think that Trump is the embodiment of all evil that's ever existed. They are, this morally superior, highly educated, brilliant atheist who basically said, oh yeah, Trump University is worse than Hunter's kickbacks. Like, what? Are you kidding? One has nothing to do with national security. One can actually bring down and topple an entire government. If you have a government full of people accepting bribes from other countries, you have no government anymore. That's literally a threat to democracy. They keep on talking about how Trump is a menace to democracy. He's undermining democracy. Oopsie! Juicy Smollier made up a story. Alec Baldwin accidentally ends someone's life. Nancy Pelosi's husband serving 5 days in jail. Then you have Democrats left and right getting indicted. Not because the system's after them, because the corruption is so immense that even the system that shields Democrats is like, we can't even hide anymore. My God. They go after Trump for crimes he didn't commit. They cover up crimes that Hillary committed with top secret intelligence on servers located outside of the United States government, transferring data, classified data, outside of the United States government to hide communication and delete half her communication. Half the time. Imagine if half of your emails at work were personal. And you had classified data from the United States government, and the United States government had no clue what you deleted. But Trump, with the National Archives, oh my God, former president, wants a library. God forbid. He's speaking with them since 2021. He's not hiding anything. Where's the intent to commit a crime? The man is negotiating. God forbid he has a different opinion from the National Archives. Oh, National Archives, we worship you, National Archives. Before it's Clapper and Brennan and Comey and Strzok, we have to worship them. And they were wrong on everything. Now it's the National Archives. And then it was Cheney and Kinzinger standing up for democracy. They voted alongside Trump 90% of the time. What a public relations monstrosity Democrats have. You want to talk about late night Jimmy Kimmel? Every single political publication out there, loyalists within the U.S. government. It's like there's a long list of things that Jimmy Kimmel said, for example, where he could have been canceled a long time ago. But Democrats revere media, money, popularity. If you are Joe Biden, you could say whatever you like to Charlemagne the God, and the most egregious, insulting thing that worse than anything Trump has ever said. And I agree, Trump shouldn't have said the things that he did. Trump shouldn't have gone after NFL athletes. He shouldn't have disparaged LeBron James. I agree with that. But we had record low Black and Latino unemployment with Trump, and we had a record high in household median income, and a record low in poverty nationally. But Trump is mean. He doesn't have to be like that mean. I agree. He can tone it down a bit. But we had great economy with Trump and a great foreign policy. Now we have somebody who's just as mean, but the media covers up all his egregious statements. And we have a terrible economy and a terrible foreign policy, recession. Unfortunately, you'll see layoffs. Watch the stock market crash channel. I'll start up definitely both of those channels more in September, because September, October, November, the next 3 to 4 months are the most important 3 to 4 months of the past 6 years. And I'm not saying that lightly. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a complete paradigm shift in American politics, especially with the House and the Senate. I think the Senate is going to go Republican also, but yeah, I could be wrong. The House for sure. And then you have impeachment numerous times of mashed potato brains. Give me your thoughts. Thank you. Oh, the irony of the apoplectic, morally superior having to deal with this. None of them even know that he's serving jail time. Give me your thoughts below. Thanks.